even if co-wives are not communicating, even if they said, you know what, I don't get along with her, I don't like her, can't stand her, that should have nothing to do with the children in that family.
Warning, viewer discretion is advised. The content, viewed as an educational material you are about to experience, could challenge your belief, trigger strong emotions, and frankly, piss you off. This isn't for everyone. If you're not ready to confront new ideas, or if your feelings bruise easily, this might be the time to click away. Expect to be challenged, to think, and you might even want to scream at the screen. Proceed with caution, and remember, you chose to be here. Let's get it.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-author of the new book, Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. Now in this video, let's get right to it. Polygyny, handling your husband's other family. Now, this is something that is a very serious concern, and many women, wives, have voiced that concern. How do I handle his kids, his other family, his other life, his other wife? Now, one of the ways is understanding that your husband uses different ways of communicating than you do as a husband, as a man. So oftentimes what men do is say, my family, and they are including everyone in that statement, in that phrase, in that information, in that way he communicates. That's what he's doing. He's saying my wives, my children, my family. And he is serious because it's serious. Understanding that family to a husband, to a man, it's far-reaching. It's deep. He cares, he loves, he protects ferociously these people, these beautiful people that are in his life, whether we're ready to accept each other or not. That's the way he looks at it. So this is what I did. What I had to do is understand a few things that were important and were permanently burned into my brain. As I had my children, through this vessel, through biology, the children that Coach Nazir and I had, and as he proceeded to get married and have more children, again, he looked at all of his children and bonus children as his family. So as we had children, we had one son while Coach Nazir has been in polygyny. We had one son. He's now 12. Shout out to my baby boy, my youngest, my final. Inshallah, God willing. I said the children that Coach Nazir had with Coach Nyla after our son were his siblings, the one before, siblings. And it wasn't my job to diminish that fact. It's not my job. I said, well, how can my son, how can my children, how can my 7 children feel like they are part of a family and not an addition to their father's life and not an addition to his family or a little piece or a little branch of his family if they don't see me embrace it as such? Now, is everybody ready to embrace a co-wife? No. Should everybody's co-wife be embraced? No, because everybody doesn't know how to act. Everybody doesn't know how to proceed in polygyny yet. They might not have the information. Maybe they'll find some here. They might not have the intention. They might not know any better. They might be in too much pain to hear it. But understanding that the dynamics of a family involve loving parents that are intentional about creating a healthy family. Even if everything's not figured out, it might not be. We're people. So it's not about perfection. It's about purpose and peace and protecting one another. Even if co-wives are not communicating, even if they said, you know what, I don't get along with her, I don't like her, can't stand her, that should have nothing to do with the children in that family. The children in that family deserve a chance to feel like they're whole. And normally, if a family is destroyed, if a family has sustained damage or wounds or fractures in the foundation of it, it's not the fault of the children, it's the fault of the adults. The children become collateral damage. So my intention as an initial wife, I'm speaking for myself, was to say, listen, you might not appreciate her presence right now, but that doesn't have anything to do with the health of your children, where their father's concerned or their little brothers are concerned. Bonus children is a little bit different dynamic because bonus children, they have their father. They might have their mother, right? So you might have to go over there and say, you know what, I can't go right there yet, but I need to explain some things to my children. Bonus children matter.
You're already on our channel and you see how we are empowering people when it comes to polygamy education. You may be wondering, what's the next step? Especially knowing that we are the authors of the book,
Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. If you want to get off the emotional roller coaster, whether it's jealousy, insecurity, frustration, anger, maybe even guilt in some cases, you're going to want to pick up this book.
Definitely wish I would have had this book back a while ago when we first embarked on polygyny. And you will learn a lot of things about minding your marriage and what that actually means. So you're not comparing your marriage to your co-wives or anybody else's for that matter.
If you've heard, I'm not against polygamy, I just against when it's not done right, you want to learn how to do it right, this will teach you how to be more than twice the man you need to be to get it done. Let's talk polygamy.com. We look forward to shipping yours off to you.
They have every right to be treated well and with dignity and not dismissed because of biology. So, not push them to the side, not disregard them, not ignore them, not treat them poorly, not talk badly about them, not ostracize them. Children in our households have to see that in action. I'll give you an example. If I see my daughters, I hug them, kiss them on their cheeks, squeeze them tight. If I see my bonus daughter, I do the same. She's gonna get a hug, she's gonna get a tight squeeze, she's gonna get kisses, she's gonna get acknowledged. I wouldn't have it any other way. Because I don't care what way it happened. That ain't her fault. That's not the fault of my children. That's not the fault of my bonus sons. And I'll not treat them like it is. So, ways of handling your husband's family is understanding that these people that he loves so much do belong in his life, no matter how long that means. It's okay to not be ready to talk to your co-wife. That's all right. But understanding that in the mind of a man, he might have you all separate right now, but he might want to shout from the rooftops, this is my big family, or these people are my family and I love them. And I don't wish to hide them. And I don't wish for them to be separate from one another. It hurts me to see my family broken or separated. And some things might have fell out of my hand and I might have made some mistakes. But I'm here to try to rectify that now. But I'm not being heard. My family's being ignored. I'm so glad. I'm going to tell you this as an initial wife. I'm so glad that in that moment, I didn't lead with my ego, because I'm going to tell you, when we used to go out, people would say, this is his first family and this is the second one. If we were coming in 3 or 4, sometimes we had to come in 3 and 4 vehicles, you know. We had to do that, or 2 minivans, or 2 minivans and a sedan. I mean, it was a different mixture. So we had to, when we would do this, we'd all meet up. And then the person taking the tickets had to say, well, this is the first one, right? And like that, the math. He couldn't say, my whole family's coming, because the brother's going, what you mean? So then when we reached a certain point and we'd go somewhere, and people wanted to divide us into 2 families. They said, are you the first family? I said, no, we're all one big family. And if you were a sister, you got a little wink. We're all one big family. Oh, okay. Because they don't know. They don't know how you feel. They don't know how you talk. You got to teach them. So handling his other family, take the stress and the pressure out of trying to handle it. You don't have to handle it. Being cordial, being kind, having respect, that can go both ways, see? So there might be a sister on the other side going, how do I handle his family? It's for whatever wife, whatever sequence, we're all wives. It can be scary. It can be intimidating. I know my daughters and I looked intimidating. My co-wife and I have talked about that. Those grown girls and me coming, whew. And we weren't mean, it's just a lot of us. But if you're quiet, people don't know. Do you want to talk to me? Do you not want to talk to me? I mean, my face has subtitles, so. And sometimes when you're silent, people take it as they hate my guts. I mean, giving salams and anything after that is extra. The good things. The good things is extra treatment. But understanding, again, understanding, all this understanding. Yes, all this understanding. Because if you want peace, we need to look inward. So identifying things and saying what they are matters. I don't say, well, that's my husband's family, it's my husband's kids. If somebody is asking me if I'm somebody's mother, I'll have to say, that's my bonus son. That's my husband's son with his other wife. Oh, boop, 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 boop. I took a few people out with that statement now. But I can't, you know what, they have to deal with that. Because my way of embracing everyone is saying what it is, being honest, being real, keeping it a buck. It's his family. We're one big family. My husband has more than one wife. Are these all his kids? Yes, these are his 10 kids. And the kids are not always together because our daughters are adults. So they don't even live on the same side of the world as us. Not all of them. 2 of them don't. Yeah. And it'll be okay. If you have healthy intentions and you want to do the work. So I just want to say that everybody's not ready right now. That's okay. But understanding that calling people by their proper title helps a great deal. It helped me heal. It helped me heal, knowing that people are supposed to be here, that family's supposed to be here, the other wife's supposed to be here. I'm not saying permanently. I'm not saying any of that because we don't know. Only God, the creator, Allah knows. I don't. So with that, I'm so glad you made it to the end of this video. But these are things you can put into action right away. Maybe not instantly, but right away. Polygyny is not impossible. It's not. Only thing that's final is death. So let's just keep it in the proper perspective. So with that being said, I want you guys to comment, like, subscribe, share this video because sharing is caring. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload. If you are interested in continuing the conversation, make sure you head over to our polygamy community at polygamycommunity.com for details. So in the comments, I want you guys to put family first, okay? I'm Coach Fatimah. I'll see you guys in the next one. But before then, make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. I'll see you guys in the next one. So, peace.